Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Mustick, teachers, parents, friends, and our honored guests, the class of 2003. On behalf of the Rye Neck School District, I welcome you to the 108th commencement of Rye NeckHigh School. Please remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good evening. Welcome and congratulations to our graduates, teachers, family, and friends. Our high school graduation is a spectacular celebration. It is the event that exemplifies the love and support of our community for our graduates, and through them, for our future. Everyone here should be proud, for you've had a hand in shaping these young people, and judging by their accomplishments, you've done an outstanding job. I'm always searching for some way to express to our graduates the importance of not only this wonderful moment and the accomplishment it represents, but also a bit of advice about how to use their skills to help them to achieve their best in the years to come. This year I've used something that's familiar to all of us, The Wizard of Oz. Just like in The Wizard of Oz, the journey that you're about to embark on is really the same journey that you saw played out on the Rye Neck stage. Dorothy's walk down the yellow brick road, and her three delightful companions, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion, represent each of us, and this story provides a roadmap for our lives. Any great journey or challenge begins with one's ability to dream. a dream of what we might do or what we might become, a specter of potential greatness and achievement within one's mind. That's exactly what the Scarecrow wanted most from the wizard, a mind so that he could think and dream. Be sure that you dream about what you want for your future, and make sure you give your dreams time to take root. Unfortunately, many great human potentials are forever lost simply because we don't give our dreams time to take hold. Too quickly, we seem to cover them with a blanket of doubt where they fade away and are forgotten. Embrace the dream, embellish the dreams, and take ownership of them, and soon it will become part of your destiny. You will see there will be little happiness for the Scarecrow without a brain. Dorothy's second companion, the Tin Man, desperately wanted a heart. Why? So he could experience love and believe in himself. This is the second crucial part of anyone's journey. This is really about the love and faith that people have in you and the love and faith that you have in others. We all experience times of doubt and questioning of who we are or of our abilities. But if we're lucky, there's somebody there to provide a word of encouragement and support that will get us through that tough time. Each of us in the audience can surely remember that parent, a special friend, a teacher, or a coach who seemed to believe in us more than we believed in ourselves. Just as the heart adds memory, joy, and an interest to the life of the Tin Man, being supported and supporting others brings meaning to our lives. The lion wants courage, and the courage he wants is not just so he can rule his kingdom. He wants courage to face adversity, to look into the eyes of defeat, and to conquer it. We should all play that part in our lives, for it is by overcoming adversity that we will triumph. The ability to hang in there when times get tough. We all have times when there are sudden barriers arise, achievements are denied, and detours are needed. In addition to the strength that you gain through your dreams and the faith of others, you need to maintain the courage to be able to keep your dream alive. In the end, we know that there really is no Wizard of Oz, that there is no magic to success. The true wizard is in each of you. Successful people reach beyond the rainbow and find a mind to dream, a heart to believe, and the courage to persevere, to realize their own dreams and to serve others. Make sure that you use your special talents every day to make a difference, and I am confident that you too will succeed. Congratulations to the class of 2003.
You know something? I think I have a problem with being salutatorian. It is like the faculty and the administration are saying to me, "Congratulations, you almost won. Out of all the losers, you came in first. You're the #1 loser. No one lost ahead of you." In addition, it is an honor to be recognized for my hard work sitting at the senior lounge 3 hours a day, and an even greater honor to be acknowledged for my endless work ethic, which of course helped me to write this speech only days before it was due. But putting aside the humor, what have I really accomplished in my 4 years at Rye Neck? What exactly have I gained, and what makes a Rye Neck education a Rye Neck education? The answer is actually quite simple: confidence. Anyone can read a textbook, or even take a couple of notes in class, unless of course you are in Miss Paul's class and she takes them for you. But when you go to Rye Neck, not only do the teachers have confidence that the students will succeed, the students have confidence that the teachers will guide them to success. This mutual confidence, if you will, creates an atmosphere in which the students leave Rye Neck knowing that they have received the best education possible and can face the obstacles and challenges that life will bring forth. Think about this for a second. In the beginning of the year, Mr. Pagliuca explained to his class that we would be doing chemical research on the Rye Neck waters this year, from the creek in the back to the swamp in the front. Mr. Pagliuca's dream, as he told us, was not only to meet Tony Soprano, but to explore the waters to the fullest. Though it sounded ridiculous to be trudging through the mud each day, and quite disgusting to be exploring the green algae that we had so carefully avoided for the past 8 years, not one person doubted that Mr. Pagliuca would guide us to pleasure and success. And though we would come home every day smelling like swamp, we accomplished our goal, and as a result of the research we had done, Toshiba granted the science class $10,000 to expand and continue the research. The confidence that Mr. Pagliuca had in his class to bring about scientific results, as well as the confidence that we all had in Mr. Pagliuca to teach us and guide us in the exploration, not only brought about a financial gain, but a sense of unity and trust among us all. And think about this. I used to walk into the bathroom in E Corridor every morning, fix my hair, and try and wash up, only to find 0 paper towels and my hands still wet. But after bringing it up to the custodial staff just once, there was never a problem again. Did I ever doubt that they would replace them, fearing that I would be using toilet paper or my hands, or my pants to dry my hands each day? Nope. And do you know why? Confidence. Even though this example is less critical to our learning, it is critical to our life at Rye Neck. Knowing that the administration is willing to listen, and beyond that, willing to satisfy the students' needs, brings about a cooperative, supportive atmosphere. This atmosphere gives each student the confidence to succeed, knowing that they can find a way to accomplish their goals at Rye Neck. But how exactly do we build this confidence? We see it in the students, in the teachers, and in the administration, and it has been a part of Rye Neck's ethic for so long. But where does it come from? This question actually stumped me as well, until one day when I was leaving school. It was one of the few hot May days we had this year, and I was walking to my car, which was parked in the front of the school. And I guess Mr. Scott did not see me that day, or else I'd be serving a detention right now, instead of making a speech. But as I walked to my car, I passed by each of the high school classrooms. And there was Mrs. Dempsey with a group of students crowded around her, working on a math problem. And there was Mrs. Parisi helping the class officers with a project. And there was Mr. Latinsky sitting at his computer, pretending to play the drums to a bad 80s band that no one had ever heard of. But putting Mr. Latinsky's downtime aside, whether a student is preparing for an AP exam or just a weekly test, each teacher in this school is always willing to help. The amount of time each teacher puts in not only helps the students learn, but helps them build self-confidence, in which they feel prepared and ready for that test. And even if you do not need help, all of the teachers in Rye Neck are always willing to chat and make you feel at home. As a matter of fact, I considered rejoining the high school band just because I heard that the trifecta of jokes coming from Matera, Galgano, and Peterson were not to be missed. This atmosphere that we all take advantage of only exists at Rye Neck. With the supportive environment around us, each student feels at home, and leaving has gained the confidence to not only succeed, but to deal with life's challenges. The students who sit beside me today should only expect to achieve their goals, because Rye Neck has a sense of confidence engraved in each and every one of us. The confidence to do what we want to do, to encounter the uncertain world, to meet new people, travel to strange places, and most importantly, to welcome and develop new adventures and ideas. Thank you very much. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, Mr. Malachi McCourt. Malachi McCourt was born in Brooklyn and raised in Limerick, Ireland. He began a tumultuous radio career in 1970 and has appeared on stage in plays such as The Hostage, Mass Appeal, Inherit the Wind, and A Child's Christmas in Wales. On screen, he can be seen in She's the One, The Devil's Own, Reversal of Fortune, Green Card, and The Molly Maguires. A Couple of Blackguards, which he co-wrote with his brother Frank, has been produced all across the USA, as well as Australia and the UK. Malachi is the author of A Monk Swimming, which was on the bestseller list for months in the US, in Europe, and in Australia. His new book, Singing My Hymn Song, was published in October of 2000 by HarperCollins, and the paperback was published in October 2001. He is married to Diana, is the father of 5 children, the grandfather of 3. He currently lives in New York City, where he also writes a weekly column for the West Side Spirit, says I to myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Malachi McCourt.
Thank you, my pal Joe. or Joey. How does one begin? That's what we'll do with that. I have no intentions of making a speech. I had given some thought to what I was going to say, and first of all, I would say I am deeply honored to be addressing this class, and I thank you for the invitation. If I said I don't deserve it, it would cast reflections on your good taste. And if I said I deserve it, it would cast reflections on mine. So what I have to say is that I will accept this honor on behalf of everybody like myself who never set foot in a high school. I failed everything in school, and there's a test in Ireland which you take called the primary certificate. And every kid who is even somewhat backward passed it except yours truly. And so I left school at the age of 13, and I did not ever go back. But I have been fortunate in that I had a voracious love of reading, and I've been faking it ever since. Last year I met the Irish Minister for Education, and I explained to him that I'd never graduated from any school whatsoever. And a few weeks later I got a call from the Irish ambassador that the Department of Education in Ireland had decided to do something they'd never done in the history of Irish education. They were awarding me an honorary grade school certificate. So, graduates, I'll be catching up with you one of the days. I am on my way. It is terrifying, however, to be speaking to your intellectual superiors. So one of the things about advice is, of course, that you should never, I never give advice. Well, I do take my advice. I'm never using it. That's what it is. And so and I know the graduates here today that they didn't sit the last 4 years wondering what some grey-haired old Irishman was going to say to them. And they're not, the advice that is given to them will not be put into effect until they're here 25 years hence, watching the graduation of their own children. And the other thing I know about them is they wish I'd shut up so they can get the hell out of here and have a good evening. But I just a few other things that I have to say. I am delighted with my life, and I was thinking about a play that Brendan Behan, an Irish playwright, wrote, and he had a song in there which went, "There's no place on earth like the world. There's no place on earth you will see. There's no place on earth like the world. That's straight up and take it from me." So what I find is that I have had to watch out for all the isms, you see, having lived through a whole bunch of them, the communism and Nazism and fascism, and the isms of the various religions. You know, you can take the best of them and use them for yourselves. And you have to watch out for materialism and consumerism, capitalism, racism, and watch out for what they call Americanism. You see, a lot of lies are being told in our lives today, and we have to define what it is about what it is patriotism. That's another one you have to watch out for. Somebody will tell you what it is to be patriot. Make up your own mind what it is you are going to live for, and make up your own mind what it is that you're going to love for or give your life for. That is entirely up to you, and don't let anybody else dictate that to you. My own life then, I tried to live that on various principles, and having seen a lot of my siblings die and various of my classmates died in Ireland, I have come to the conclusion is that this is the day we have. You live every day. This is the only one. Never mind about college, marriage, the one you're in love with, future and anything else. It ain't here. We don't have it. This is it. You are today the most loved people on this earth. And I say to you, live every day as if it's going to be your last, and one day you'll be right. God bless you.
We have a plaque for Mr. McCourt, which says, presented to Malachi McCourt in appreciation for your thoughtful words. Graduation, June 25th, 2003. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure we can call them thoughtful, but they were words. Thank you.
Each year at graduation, teachers and the staff of the Rye Neck schools get together and give a graduation award to a graduating senior who we feel is deserving of the honor in memory of Maureen Sullivan. She was a teacher here for 27 years. She was a librarian. She was a person who loved children. She loved to work in the district. The person that we're honoring tonight over the last 4 years has made tremendous, outstanding academic achievements in an all-regions curriculum. She's distinguished herself in the school cars yearbook, and she has contributed to Students Against Drunk Driving. She was a volunteer for the National Association for Autistic Research, and she has given her time to help developmentally challenged youngsters in tutoring them. Throughout her years at Rye Neck, she has exemplified the highest ideals in sportsmanship, service, and citizenship, and in doing so has brought credit to her family, school, and community. Tonight we honor Carrie Ann Jenkins.
Each year, the senior class leaves a gift to the school. Before we present the school with our gift, I'd like to take a moment and reflect on the great memories of this year. We started off our year with Senior Week, which included a day at New York City, Big Brother Big Sister Day, and the Mr. Rye Neck High School competition, which was won by our own graduating senior, Fabio Gennaro. We were also excited to participate in the return of a successful Junior Senior Day, which we won 200 to 140. Then, of course, there are the everyday issues of fighting over parking spots, hanging out in the senior lounge, going out to lunch with friends, and finally, the forever task of filling out college applications. These are the memories that define our senior year at Rye Neck High School. We would like to thank the faculty for all their tireless efforts. We present our gift in honor of these remembrances. We know each class possesses their own memories, different from ours, that they would like to capture. So we decided to give a gift to next year's seniors that could make it possible for a more personal yearbook, a yearbook distinct to each class, a senior video yearbook. Now, each senior class will be able to record the memories of their final year at Rye Neck High School. We hope next year's seniors will join us in creating a new Rye Neck tradition. The seniors will be able to capture the events, possible mishaps, and highlights of each class to come. To begin the video for the class of 2004, Class Secretary Lauren Katz is now filming a farewell from the class of 2003. Congratulations to my fellow graduates and best of luck to the class of 2004. Will Dr. Ferraro please come up to accept the gift from the class of 2003?
would like to thank the class officers in the class of 2003. I know that certainly the juniors and classes that come after them will enjoy this gift very much. The video yearbook is a nice tradition to start. Thank you for starting it for us. As I thought of what I wanted to share with you this evening, so many events came to mind. As you've said already, it was an exciting year, an exciting time of life for you. A busy year, a difficult year, a historical year, a very snowy winter, a rainy spring, and above all, a year for Rye Neck senior class to shine. And as your senior year came to a close, a most wonderful opportunity awaited you. You had a chance to design an internship for yourself, one which would combine your talents, passions, and interests into a practical experience. SIP, the Senior Intern Program, now in its third year at Rye Neck, allowed you to test the waters in the workplace. I had the pleasure of observing your final presentations for this project, the culminating activity of several weeks of independent study. During these talks, I was struck by the myriad of skills incorporated into your reflections. The thoughtful responses toward the challenges encountered illustrated that you had acquired the ability to apply what you had learned to get the job done. As you prepare to take the next step in life, I know that you will look back upon the internship as one of the most valuable events in your high school career. The SIP experience taught you to look into yourself, to become reflective practitioners who approach challenges as opportunities for personal growth and development. Right now, as experienced interns, you take with you the greatest gift of all, your self-confidence, self-respect, and independence. Your teachers and I are proud of your accomplishments. And as graduates of Rye Neck, you leave understanding that success is the ability to meet challenges and the capacity to be resourceful and thoughtful human beings. As members of the class of 2003, you have the potential for achieving greatness. Believe in yourself, and always remember that life is a gift. Take hold of that gift and know that wonderful surprises are just waiting to happen for you. On behalf of the Rye Neck High School faculty, I congratulate you and your parents on this special occasion. Best wishes for a lifetime of success, happiness, and learning. Congratulations.
Good evening to the members of the Board of Education, Dr. Mustick, Dr. Ferraro, honored guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Mommy, why is the sky blue? Why can't I stay home from school today? Can I stay up later? So when can I start driving? We learn to ask questions at a young age as a way to obtain information and as a way to challenge our surroundings as well as ourselves. The power of inquisition, the ability to ask why or why not, are gifts endowed on the human race, differentiating us from other beings in the animal kingdom. The ability to ask questions is an effective means to learning and expanding knowledge. Scientists discover more about the universe through the questions they pose. What makes an apple, a ball, or a brick fall at a certain speed? Newton was plagued by that question, which eventually led him to develop his laws of motion, the basis of physics. Through the study of physics, we have been able to create such modern marvels as the Empire State Building and the new Superman Ultimate Flight roller coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure. Similarly, in school, we ask questions of our teachers, such as, why did the Articles of Confederation fail? And they ask questions of us to test how much we have learned. What is confirmation? How does your family celebrate Hanukkah? I ask these and other questions of my classmates to learn about them and their cultures. From their answers, I have learned about their backgrounds and what makes them unique individuals. I also began to appreciate greater diversity, learning about bar and bat mitzvahs, as well as the various festivities of the Catholic religion. I gained exposure to a larger world outside of my Baptist, African-American upbringing. However, I have found the most powerful question to be, why not? Those two words have encouraged people throughout history to challenge themselves, and in so doing, challenge the world. People as influential as Annie Sullivan, Helen Keller's teacher, as revolutionary as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and as insignificant as I, have used the words, why not, to drive them. When the world was asking why Annie Sullivan was wasting her time with the stubborn, blind, and deaf Helen Keller, Miss Sullivan simply asked, why not? Why couldn't she try to reach this girl in her dark, silent world? Who says this girl can't live an independent, successful life, free of her parents? Who says that deep within her, she did not have her own special insight from which we could all learn? These questions challenge Miss Sullivan to challenge herself, and in so doing, to challenge Helen Keller. Would everyone, including herself, believe that trying to decode the mystery that was Helen Keller was the waste of time? Those two words gave her confidence to continue pushing. Together, they redefined the way society looked at disabled people. Not as people who are handicapped and should be hidden, but as people who, with a little help, can become fertile, contributing members to society. Another example of the power of inquisition can be seen in the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As a child growing up in the Jim Crow South, King was told that he could not play with a white child in his neighborhood. He asked his parents and his society, why not? As he grew up, and until his death, King continued to ask himself that same question. Why do blacks have to be second-class citizens? Why can't they, as a group, do something about their situation? He pushed himself and led the fight for African American rights. He introduced civil disobedience as an effective means of protest. He also inspired other groups, such as sanitation workers, to fight for their own rights and for respect. Although Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did not live to see the fulfillment of his challenge, it was his ability to ask why not, and then to take the initiative to answer his question, that laid the foundation for the movement and served as an example for future movements. As a black child, I was faced with the reality of having limited opportunities due to my race. I could have asked myself, why should I even try? Instead, I followed the example set by Miss Sullivan and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and asked myself, why not? Those two words pushed me through Bellows, through middle school, through high school, and will continue to push me through my college and adult lives. This inner challenge has enabled me to push myself to try to exceed my potential and take on greater challenges while still taking the time to encourage others to challenge themselves as well. So before I sit down, I'd like to pose a challenge to the class of 2003. In the coming days, weeks, months, and years, use your powers of inquisition more often. Ask why, investigate the world around you. But better yet, ask why not even more. Challenge authority, challenge stereotypes, and most important, challenge yourselves. For only through challenge can you grow, and through challenge the world can change. To the class of 2003, be the change that you want to see. Why not? Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And now the moment that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas to the class of 2003. Mr. Kelly? Tiffany Yiser. Joseph Aliva. Jill Krieger. Nancy Izzo. Lauren Katz. Joanna Messina. Jenna Finelli. Robert On. Brent Andrioli. Genevieve Arcolio. Luis Ayaso. Gabby Valcorsell. Alicia Barone. Robert Barrios. Robert Borzankini. Jason Campbell. Tim Caparelli. Nicholas Carlson. Brian Semino. Raul Coto Batres. Jane Coy. Stephen DeLuca. Stephen DeRaufoli. Rosanna Ferrante. Rafael Flores. And now I'd like to invite a member of our faculty, Mrs. Karen Fontecchio, to present the diploma to her son, Mark Fontecchio. Sonia Pulcinetti. Maiko Funiyama. Bernabe Gonzalez. Jamie Gonzalez. Amanda Gould. Kendall Greenland. Kate Hadjar. Tim Hanway. Jessica Haraguchi. Begonia Herrera. Victor Ibelli. Eriko Adesako. Shelley James. Fabio Gennaro. Carrie Ann Jenkins. Keoli Juwea. Juliana Labella. Daniela Lace. Jacqueline Lanza. Christina Lauro. Francesca Maffei. Jacqueline Mantis. John Paul Martinez. Patrick Meany. Andrew Meehan. Rachel Morey. Arlene Orda. Jana O'Shea. Miguel Pacheco. Tina Pan. Lillian Pena. Pratima Prasad. Jennifer Recchia. Felicia Rhine. Jordan Rennick. Megan Regano. Bernard Rogers. Mark Shanks. Nicole Skoma.
That's how you graduate! That's how you do it, Nick!
Ichiro Takasaku. Catherine Tintra. Emilio Valkley. Rebecca Weiss. Mr. Kelly, stay a moment, please. Mr. Kelly, I am happy to present to you the members of the class of 2003 who have successfully completed a course of study prescribed by the Board of Education and approved by the University of the State of New York, and who are entitled to be awarded these diplomas. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2003.